If you genuinely want people to stick around and watch your videos all the way through, you absolutely need to hear this next part. Across nearly every platform today, but especially on the short-form giants like TikTok and Instagram Reels, your single most critical metric is watch time. And honestly, one of the easiest, highest impact things you can do to immediately boost that watch time is by adding captions, period. In this video, I'm walking you through 5 practical ways to caption your content, discussing the trade-offs for each method and showing you how to weave captioning into a smarter workflow. We're aiming for content that doesn't just have subtitles, but actually makes your entire library binge-worthy. Before we jump into the apps, let me quickly make the case for why you should actually believe me on this. Back in 2019, Verizon Media and Publicis conducted a study specifically about captions and video engagement that revealed some wild numbers. About 69% of people admitted that they watch videos with the sound completely off when they are out in public. And even more surprisingly, a solid 25% of viewers keep their sound off, even when they are watching videos in private settings. But the statistic that really sticks with me is that roughly 80% of consumers said they would actually watch a video to completion if captions were made available to them. Seriously, think about that for a moment. Captions have the power to transform a quick swipe into a full view. Anecdotally, I observe creators I follow, and their muted view numbers on Reels and Stories are constantly tracking north of 80% when they aren't relying on audio alone. That confirms a very real behavioral pattern we need to start accounting for in our content strategy. So let's be clear, captions are no longer optional. They are fundamentally a requirement if you want to seriously improve your watch time and overall retention figures. All right, now that we've settled that important groundwork, let's run through 5 genuinely solid options for captioning your short-form videos. I'll break down the pros and cons for each one and pinpoint exactly where it makes the most sense for you to use it. Plus, I'll weave in a workflow-friendly tool I personally love that helps you transition from a long video to ready-to-post clips without completely destroying your daily schedule. Option number 1 is CapCut, which has become the TikTok-flavored classic for many creators. If you spend any significant time on TikTok, you've undoubtedly seen CapCut mentioned or used everywhere. It's completely free on both iOS and Android, incredibly easy to pick up, and it perfectly nails that native TikTok caption aesthetic. The pros include its built-in editor, simple auto-captioning features, and a ton of useful style presets you can apply instantly. However, the main con is that it's very TikTok-centric, which can feel a bit limiting if you need more complex branding control across other channels. You also need to watch out for the default end screens or any branding that might sneak in, so remember to toggle that off before exporting. The bottom line is that CapCut is absolutely perfect for creators who prioritize quick, platform-accurate captions and a very fast mobile workflow. Moving on to option 2, we have Descript, which I genuinely consider the transcript wizard, although it's a desktop-first tool. Descript is one of my personal favorites because it automatically transcribes your audio and lets you edit the resulting text just like a document. If you cut a sentence out of that text, the video instantly follows suit, which makes caption preparation remarkably fast. The major pro here is how incredibly powerful it is for creators who do most of their heavy editing on a desktop computer. You get the clean, transcript-driven editing experience, decent caption styling options, and even some bonus features if you ever venture into long-form podcasting. On the con side, the free plan will unfortunately leave a visible watermark on your final exports, meaning you'll need to pay to get rid of it. It's also strictly desktop software, making it less convenient if your primary editing habit is done strictly on your phone. Furthermore, it can definitely be overkill if you only ever create quick 15 to 30-second clips and don't care about transcript-level edits. But if you are doing interviews or long-form content and need precise, searchable transcripts alongside your captions, Descript is extremely difficult to surpass. Our third option is InShot, which I affectionately call Old Faithful for its reliability and stability. It is incredibly intuitive and a fantastic choice for creators who simply prefer doing every single step right on their phone. The editor it offers is quite solid, and you get the flexibility to position your captions exactly wherever you want them on screen. The pros here are that it's fully mobile first, extremely easy to jump into, and reliable for those important on-the-go edits. The biggest con, however, is that the captioning process is entirely manual, meaning you'll have to type or paste everything in yourself, which is a huge time drain for longer videos. If you truly care about pixel-perfect placement and don't mind putting in the manual labor, Or if you're only captioning very short clips, InShot is a great no-fuss solution. Option 4 involves using the built-in captioning features directly within TikTok and Instagram Reels themselves. Both platforms now offer automatic caption generation just by hitting that designated captions button in the editor flow. The pros are speed, zero cost, and the fact that it's built right into the native posting pipeline. No extra app downloads required. Over time, these auto captions have gotten significantly better at spelling and grammar, which is a nice improvement. The cons include very limited styling control, occasional transcription errors still cropping up, and less reliable performance when multiple people are speaking. Also, if you are recycling the same clip across various platforms, you have to manually caption it in each editor, which adds noticeable friction to your process. This method is great for quick, immediate stories or single platform posts, but it falls short if you absolutely need a consistent brand look. Our fifth and final method is Adobe Premiere Pro, offering total control, but coming with a steeper overall price tag. If you work at an agency level or have a deep love for building reusable templates and maintaining brand consistency, Premiere Pro is the professional grade choice. The pros are simply unmatched control over every detail, powerful capabilities for batch processing work, and seamless integration into the broader Adobe ecosystem. The cons are that it is definitely expensive, has a very steep learning curve for newcomers, and is probably massive overkill for creators who just need simple custom templates. For teams that are posting daily or weekly and need an ironclad visual brand, Premiere is worth the investment. But for a solo creator grinding out content, it's often too much software. So those are 5 distinct paths to get captions on your short videos, each carrying different trade-offs based on how you personally like to operate. But if you're someone who regularly records long-form content, like podcasts or hour-long webinars, and wants a consistent, efficient way to turn that into dozens of captioned shorts, that's where workflow truly matters. Captioning is only one piece of the much larger puzzle you need to solve for success. You still have to find the best clips worth posting, style them consistently across the board, and then get them scheduled so you aren't wasting valuable time searching for things. This is the point where a slightly different set of tools comes into play to streamline that entire messy middle section. If you're generating a lot of long-form video and want a repeatable method to turn it into numerous caption-ready short clips, you need to look beyond just single-app captioning. You should start thinking about an automated editing and distribution workflow that handles the heavy lifting for you. That integration point is exactly where an AI-powered tool designed for long to short workflow truly shines. Instead of manually hunting through hours of timeline footage to find that one winning 45-second soundbite, this type of tool can scan your entire video for you. It can then automatically find those high-impact moments and instantly transform them into ready-to-post clips based on your settings. Next, it can auto-schedule those generated clips based on the exact posting cadence you decide you want to maintain. Finally, it often provides a visual content calendar, so you can see every single piece of scheduled content organized in one accessible place. Now, why is this entire concept different from the 5 apps we just discussed? Well, those 5 primarily solve the captioning and editing job at the individual clip level. With those tools, you still have to manually pull those clips out yourself, then separately caption them, style them, and then finally schedule them out for posting. But with an AI-first, long-to-short workflow, the system finds the moments with the absolute best engagement potential right from the start. It then creates the clips and hands you assets that are significantly easier to caption and post immediately afterward. In short, this type of workflow completely cuts out the part of the content process where most creators burn hours and get totally stuck in repetitive, boring editing cycles. Let me be perfectly clear about the limitations here, because every single tool we mentioned has specific drawbacks. CapCut is amazing for raw speed and getting that native style, but it can feel too platform-specific and restrictive on custom branding. Descript is brilliant for that transcript-based editing magic, but it forces you onto the desktop, and you have to pay to ditch the watermark. InShot is wonderfully easy to use, but that required manual caption typing can absolutely drain your valuable time on longer projects. The platform's built-in auto captions are convenient for a quick post, but they become clunky and repetitive when you try to cross-post everything consistently. Premiere Pro grants you ultimate granular control over everything, but it demands a serious investment of both your time and your money to master. Now, the AI workflow tool isn't trying to replace Descript or Premiere Pro. Instead, it's designed to complement what you already love doing. If you adore those precise transcript edits, absolutely keep using Descript for that step. If you require those studio-level, highly specific templates, then you should definitely stick with Premiere Pro for styling. But if your primary pain point is, I record 2 hours of content and I need 20 ready-to-post captioned clips without spending my entire day on it, that is precisely where this new workflow excels. To help you make your captioning efforts better, no matter which tool you ultimately decide on, here are a couple of essential, real-world tips. First, you must always keep your on-screen captions short and punchy, because long, unbroken walls of text are guaranteed to be ignored by viewers. Make sure you break your sentences up so that they are easily readable at a single quick glance from the viewer. Use a consistent positioning and a similar style across all your posts so your audience develops a reliable habit for where to look on screen. Always proofread your auto captions because things like slang, specific names, and technical acronyms often get completely botched. If you plan on recycling the exact same clips across multiple different platforms, try to export the captions as an SRT file or embed them during the initial export. This crucial step prevents you from having to go through that tedious captioning process separately for every single platform you post to. For a super quick cheat sheet summary, here is how I suggest you approach different scenarios. Use the TikTok and Instagram auto captions for your very quick stories and any single-shot clips where speed is the absolute priority. Lean on Descript when you need transcript-driven editing, especially for interviews or content where accuracy in text is paramount. Use CapCut when you need fast, on-the-fly edits strictly for mobile and you are targeting that native TikTok visual style. And finally, implement the AI workflow when you absolutely need to scale up, turning long videos into a steady, predictable stream of ready-to-post clips. This workflow helps you find those high-potential moments, batch generate clips, and automatically schedule them so you can post without constantly overthinking every move. One last helpful piece of information. I put together a free, quick vertical video checklist that you can grab right now. This checklist covers the essential gear, proper framing techniques, optimal caption placement, pacing adjustments, and some pro tips I use when batch producing content. It's only about a 10-minute read, but it has the potential to save you from a ton of those annoying, early-stage rookie mistakes. All right, that wraps up the comprehensive rundown on making your captions work for you. Now I'm genuinely curious to hear from you in the comments. Which caption method are you currently relying on the most? Are you Team CapCut? Are you sticking with Descript, relying on InShot, using the native platform auto captions, diving into Premiere? Or are you trying that AI workflow to scale your long videos? Let me know which one you feel saves you the most time while demonstrably improving your viewer retention numbers. Thanks so much for watching this video today. Remember to caption your stuff, keep those audiences watching longer, and I will catch you in the very next video.